Have you ever wondered what actually happening when you talk to an AI? Today we are opening up the black box to show you the technology that feels like magic, but it is actually a pure science. When you ask an AI to write a poem, it might feel like a magic. For most of us, the process between the input and the output is a total mystery. But it is not magic. It's that we call a large language model, or LLM. It's a very advanced piece of software, but it follows very specific rules to construct, generate, or provide response. Let's look at what LLM actually stands for. We will try to learn from its name itself, LLM, separately. The first letter L stands for large. This model is trained on a petabytes of data. Say, for example, a model is trained on a petabytes of data. Think of it like this. The AI has effectively read millions of books simultaneously, like how you guys see on the left side of the screen, like a stack of books that probably going to the sky. It's a scale of information that no human could ever match in a lifetime. Not that I know a human which can read this many books and store, probably an alien, but even if we don't know any alien that existed so far. Next letter stands for language. The AI isn't just a dictionary. It learns the geometry of how we speak, the grammar, the subtle hints, and how ideas like king, queen are related, a man, woman, or how they are related. So all those patterns are pre-trained to provide response to a prompt, right? That's the middle letter L stands for, the language. The last one, M stands for model. Think of this as a pattern recognition engine. It's a program built to do one thing: find patterns in data and replicate them for you, right? So now we know what is LLM stands for. We got a very simple definition around those letters itself to make it simple for our understanding. Let's start with a small example, right? On our smartphones, like when you try to type a message, I am fine. Like as soon as you type I am, the phone will try to predict what could be the next letter. The same will happen with any AI. But this is not a simple autocomplete. This is a cosmic autocomplete, a massive one. It has the knowledge of the entire stack of books or the knowledge of the entire internet, petabytes of data, and it will try to construct the response based on the patterns it is already learned, right? So, and also we can call it as a prediction machine because it isn't finding an answer stored in a folder or trying to create a database to provide the response. Rather, it is creating the response from scratch or generating the response based on the patterns by reading one single word at a time based on what is most likely to come next. It's a prediction, generation, creation. Nothing is pre-existed to give a response. It generates. And any artificial intelligence model predominantly will go through two stages. One is a pre-training and the next is a fine-tuning, right? In training stage, we provide a petabytes of data that we have based on the objective on how we want to train this model. Like few models are pretty good at understanding the books and providing a response. Few models are pretty good at what do you call coding to provide any or generate code based on what kind of requirement you want to fulfill in, or solve maths problems or physics problems. Like each and every models are trained based on certain objectives, and the data is collected to train them based on the requirement and those objectives around it. Of course, you might get confused between ChatGPT and a specific model. ChatGPT is a multi-layered model. Based on the question we asked in the back end, like it will dissect and understand whether I have to ping a maths specific model to solve this maths question, or a physics specific model to construct a response for this physics problem. That will take care of by ChatGPT user interface, but in the back end, there might be multiple models that is working to construct or generate a response. Next comes the fine-tuning part. The secret sauce, right? This is where humans step in and rank the AI answers, coaching it on how to be helpful, polite, and truly useful to people. All these responsible AI, censorships, rules and regulations will give a proper feedback to the AI by fine-tuning some weights. We'll talk about in another video like how actually this AI is getting trained and fine-tuned. But for now, just think like we give a feedback, what is right, what is wrong, and the AI will learn from it. Blind spot. Yeah, this is a little bit critical and the most important point that anyone who is trying to implement or use AI has to keep a note of it. And these blind spots are called hallucinations. The AI cares more about sounding possibly than being true. It can lie to you with the absolute confidence of an expert. So the kind of responses you might get may not be truly right, but might be right. That's how the AI will hallucinate sometimes. Right now, I mean, there are most advanced models like this hallucination percentage would come down and you might reliably rely on the responses. But still, the disclaimer is that if you are working with an AI and the response has to be cross-checked by a human, and we call that as a human in the loop based on how this AI model is getting implemented. In business workflows, human in the loop's responsibility is to make sure the hallucination percentage is very less in the responses, right? So at the end, like we have to make sure the responses are right. What is that? It is incredibly smart and helpful, but it is not an oracle. Always fact check from task. Like this is what we just talked about. It will hallucinate a lot based on the kind of training and the fine tuning done to the AI. And also the kind of parameters and tokens. Like again, like we'll talk in another video what is parameters and tokens. But yeah, it will hallucinate a lot. And the fact is that a human in the loop has to make sure the response is verified. Yeah, this is where it is really helpful, right? So when we use it right, it's an ultimate co-pilot for coding or writing or problem solving. It is not here to replace you or me or someone else, but to be a partner that accelerates your best work, right? So it can be your digital co-employee or co-worker who will help you and accelerate your productivity. That's how we should look at it as. It will reduce the code errors. It will increase the efficiency of a person in terms of quality, how a company is looking at and what kind of the artifacts that you produce, right? It will help you to be more efficient. The AI revolution. This is more than just a new app. It is a fundamental shift in how we interact with all information and technology. It's a state of art, and it's AI revolution, right? It's a state of the art solutions in this probably a decade. It evolved a lot. I think probably it started with a couple of years back with ChatGPT. Right now, with the ChatGPT version 1, as soon as it released, in next couple of years, it's exploded. And now they are into Agentic AI. And again, like this is the third topic we might have to cover in another videos, like Agentic AI, how to implement it and all. I'll cover another video. But the current trend in the industry is that artificial intelligence with agents, and we call it as Agentic AI. Now the box is open, right? That you know the secret of how it works. The only question left is, what will you create? Thanks for watching this video. Talk to you later. Bye.